Hello, my name is Crystal Barclay, and my research topic is pivotal response training, providing interventions that address multiple areas of a child's development. Pivotal response training, or PRT, is a play based, child led intervention based on the principles of applied behavior analysis that falls under the behavioral theory umbrella. What I mean by child led intervention is that it uses a motivation to complete the interventions. For example, if a child is highly motivated by a banana, if you're working on getting the child to have more conversations or to speak to you, the child could request a banana as a reward for saying the word banana. Uh, the goal of PRT is to teach individuals to respond to learning opportunities and social interactions occurring in their natural setting and increasing their motivation to communicate and to participate with their peers, their teachers, their parents. It focuses on core pivotal areas of development instead of just one particular area. The areas that it focuses on are motivation, so it increases the motivation to have a social interaction with a peer or with a parent or with a teacher. It also focuses on self initiation, which is their desire, or well, their initiation of a conversation or asking a question or making a comment. It also addresses multiple cues in the classroom. So, where a child who has been diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder would likely focus on the irrelevant cues in a classroom, such as, say, the color of their neighbor's shirt or mud on someone's shoes. It helps them to focus on the relevant cues in the classroom, such as teacher directives or instructions and things like that. And it focuses on self-management, which is just an opportunity for them to take ownership in the whole intervention process. It helps them manage what they are doing and to learn to be more responsible for their time and the effort they're putting in, and say they could give themselves a sticker if they follow the directions all day or something along those lines. Like I said, pivotal response training does focus on developing the whole child, and it does take place in the natural setting. So where some interventions occur when you pull a student out of a classroom and work with them on this isolated thing, pivotal response training occurs inside the regular classroom setting with their peers or at home with their parents or in a restaurant, anywhere that a child is likely to be on a daily basis. And the interventions are not based on isolated events, they're based on real life. It allows the child to focus on things they are interested in order to keep their motivation up and to keep them interactive and to keep them paying attention and focused. For example, if you know that a child really likes playing with toy cars, they may they may tap you on the shoulder and say car, and then they would have the opportunity to play with the car or something along those lines. Research has been very promising that individuals diagnosed with ASD will make widespread gains in motivation and social interaction primarily, and then secondary skills such as functional speech and pragmatic skills. So the question, to whom will the outcome of your research be important? This research is important to every stakeholder within the school district: parents, students, administration, teachers. I know this is the first year I have ever had a student with autism spectrum disorder in my classroom, and on the first day I was scared to death because I had absolutely no idea like what I should do or how. I was just lost. And as the year has progressed, we have made huge, huge leaps and bounds. And his mom actually recommended that I go to pivotal response training. So I was asking my principal about it, and she told me that if I wanted to, it would have to be out of my own pocket because the district couldn't afford to pay for it. So that is why from the research, what I have read and all the studying I have done, there has actually been brain scans, MRIs done that show the growth that a student or an individual has had with pivotal response training versus other interventions, and they were able to show that in students who were what's the word? Hold on one second. I lost my train of thought. Oh, okay. The students who were hyperactive, it actually showed reduced activation in the several areas of the brain that deal with hyperactivity and not being able to focus, such as the amygdala, the thalamus, and the hippocampus. And then students who were hypoactive, who were less engaged and who were more laid back, it actually showed an increase in some of those same areas of the brain. Also, it showed after, I believe it was after 3 months, they had to go in for a follow-up, and it showed that those students who had been involved in the pivotal response training had maintained the gains that they made while undergoing pivotal response training. So I guess that's about it. Thank you very much.